Can you talk a little bit about the history of how you guys got started in the podcast and what you're doing before, and then also the transition from being a purely audio medium to what you guys kind of want to do with the television show? Yeah. That's a very broad question.
That's a good question. We both started as podcasters. We were just thrown into it by virtue of our job. Our boss, Connell Byrne, came to me and said, hey, we want to figure out a way to take the stuff that's on HowStuffWorks.com's website, these articles, really awesome articles, and get them out to a whole new group of people. So we're going to make podcasts. I'd heard the word podcast before, but I hadn't listened to one or anything like that. But he put me together with our producer Jerry. We tried it with a few other editors, and then they brought Chuck in. Right, it was awesome. And he had he had the floor length mink coat on, and the guy with him to take it off, and it was like, oh, well, I guess Chuck's it now. So from that point on,
I was waiting outside the studio.
Yeah,
I was just waiting until they asked me.
It wasn't even waiting; it was biding. You were biding time. Classic time biding. But finally, we got together. They put us together, and it was just very clear that like this was the duo, the combo. And then from that point on, we just kind of kept our heads down and released 2 a week every week, and really figured out how to do this just through trial and error. One of the things I think the secret to our success so far has been being given room to figure out how to do something just by trying, maybe kind of flying under the radar, getting lots of leeway to get it right, kind of thing. And that's what we've done so far. So as far as getting started with podcasting, we just kind of jumped into it, and that was that. And that same transition is kind of taking place now to TV, because it is different. I mean, they can see us now, and we have to like prepare them for that.
You've got to put on pants.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, that's such a drag.
It is. So the challenges aren't as many as I would have thought. Had you asked me like 2-3 years ago, like you're going to get a TV show and there's going to be like, how are you going to make that transition? It's just been, okay, well, here's what we're doing now, and let's figure out how to do it. And that's kind of the course we've taken. We've been able to do it right, I think, so far.
I'll say the shorts that we made, I don't know if you guys have seen any of those. We made 24 one-minute shorts for science, and those really, really helped get our feet wet and learn about the production process and being on camera and being ourselves on camera. And that was a big, big help. And like Debbie said, that was sort of part of the process of taking it slow. And they were a lot of fun to make, aside from learning a lot. That was just a hoot. Running around Atlanta with a camera, basically.
Exactly. The back seat of my Volvo was the dressing room.
Yeah. Changing in parking lots. People saw me shirtless all over Atlanta. Not a pretty sight.
But that's the cool part. It's authentic. It's sometimes when you bring in a cast of thousands, or we're on a small budget cast of tens. It takes away that passion, and there is something very cool, and that's what I love about the scrappy world of podcasts. It's just a small group. And you're doing everything yourself, and that passion absolutely shows through, and you never want to lose that. So even when we are in season 43, we still want scrappy.
Well, I thought it was 46.
Okay, 46.
Okay, all right. and to be very clear, we have actual like dressing rooms now, so it's like totally different.
We did?
These days, yeah. No, I've been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The one with the star on it.
This is a story.
So what kind of format are you guys going to be doing? How long are the episodes? How many in a season? And can you give us a preview of what sort of topics you might be covering?
Yeah, I mean, it's a regular 30-minute show, which means 22 minutes. And
30 seconds.
In 30 seconds. Is that called the network clock?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Very good.
And we're doing, we did the pilot, and we're doing a 10-episode first season, and airing January 2013.
Yep.
And some of the topics we are hitting may or may not include time travel, or
night terrors,
sleepwalking, weather modification,
bees. Bees is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And then that's probably all we should say.
Should we act out some scenes?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But we wanted to focus on cool topics, like science topics that I always use the word mind-bending, just because stuff like artificial intelligence and time travel and really cool stuff that science is already doing on their air. And we'll present it in a new and exciting way.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely breaking new ground here, and it's really cool to say, well, you know, this is the way it's traditionally been done. So we can kind of lean on this structure, but at the same time, we can't really because we're doing something slightly different, you know. So it's fun. We're trailblazing, I guess, in a certain way. That's a good feeling.
And the cool part is, overall, we're trying to bring more people to enjoy science, because science can be a cold, tough word. And when we came, this group, to the network about 4 years ago, you had to take a core group that loved science and then broaden the network to people that were science-minded but could be intimidated by the word. So what I love about what we're doing here is it's playful. It's all knowledge-based. It's, you know, science is asking great questions, forming a hypothesis and going off and solving it. These guys kind of do that too, but it's done with an entertainment twist. And so by doing that, you bring more people into the joys of science.